Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Well, there's a thing missing in this picture that probably would have made things a little bit more clear, and that is a computer screen. Because what I was just doing was simply taking a short break, the way a break could look like if designed by our next speaker, who is Aseel Berglund. She is an associate professor at Linköping University, and Aseel and her team, they are trying to figure out if and how gamification can help more people to a more active workday. So, I would like to welcome you up on stage, Aseel. And well, before I hand over the word to you and the stage, there are just a few practicalities that I would like to go through. I ask you, if possible, to stay in the room during the talk, out of respect for, well, the speaker and your friends in the audience. And if you need to leave, of course, you are allowed to, but you can do that as quietly as possible and use the door over there on the back, and also keep your cell phones quiet. And then we have, well, you have the possibility to ask questions, and we welcome that, of course, and you do that through Menti, and you go to menti.com. And I need some, yeah, there they are. You use the code 81290742. And then I will ask the questions after your presentation. I'm just going to go and get the iPad over here, I realize. Yeah, so please, Aseel.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Aseel, and I work at Linköping University at the computer science department, and my research is about gamification and in how we can use game and gamification in education, in health, and in well-being. But today I will talk only on health, well-being, and physical activity specifically. I will start by telling you about my husband because he loves his work and he enjoys working. So when he works, he forgets time. So he sits for long hours without leaving the chair. And that worked for a while, but after a while he started getting pain in his neck, in his shoulder, in his back. So he convinced me that getting a dog is a solution for the problem. So we got our lovely Lexi, because he thought that then he had to walk 3 times a day, and he can't just skip it, because when you have a dog, you can't skip it. You have to walk. Getting a card at the gym, well, you can skip it, but not with the dog. So we got the dog, and he started walking around at least half an hour 3 times a day, because it was his responsibility to take care of the dog. No improvements. So what shall we do now? He said we got another dog. So we have 2 now. Both Lexi and Laika. Still no improvement. You probably think maybe he should try something else. Yeah. And actually, this is a problem for many of us adults. Sitting long hours, it's associated with problems, with health risk. And I don't know why it's jumping here. The picture is jumping. Sorry. So even though if we exercise regularly, so that's a problem, because we think sometimes that, yeah, I can sit and work because I'm going to go to the gym, or I took my walk during the lunch. But it's very good that we do that. I don't say that we stop that, but it's not enough. Or it is very important to think about how long that we don't sit for long hours without taking the physical breaks. And actually, a high portion of adults exercise regularly and are very inactive during the day. And in Sweden, inactivity cost the Swedish society around 6 billion crowns every year. And we look at Europe, the amount is 80 billion euro, which is around 800 crowns, 800 billion crowns a year. There are similar numbers for the whole world because this is a global problem. It's not only in Europe. So it's very costly, and it's very expensive to be inactive. And today we are talking about sitting is the new smoking, because it is very harmful for, or it is very affect our health in very negative way. And office workers, I'm one of them, sit around 6 to 80% of their time. So we sit long hours. And during the pandemic now we sit even longer because when we are in the office, we maybe walk around during the meetings or walking from one meeting to another meeting. But now when we sit in front of the computer, it's check in, check out from meeting to meeting. So we lose that opportunity as well. And in Sweden, there is around 4.6 million people who works in Sweden, and 1.2 of them thinks they sit too much during the day. It's a huge number. And research shows also that neck and low back pain are the major health problems for office workers. So it's costly. This costs money for not only the organization and for the individual, it's for the society. So we need to do something about that. And research shows as well that regular breaks, 1 minute, it's not that long time, 1 minute, have already positive effects. And if we take that each hour, the best is take it after 30 minutes. So we sit 30 minutes and 1 minute, shake the body and continue. And with 1 minute, there are lots of positive effects on health. So if we do more than 1 minute, it's better, but we gain lots of positive effects in 1 minute. And there are some aids, some tools that are available outside, and the management usually provide them for the workers. I mean, some people have a desk that you can sit and stand, so you can have a variation when you work. There are programs on our watches, mobile. Here they have switched the chair with a bike. There are digital programs on the computer you can download and reminds you when it's time. Even though we have all these programs, there is still a lack of motivation to take the break because we are into the activity, like my husband, and I do the same. I'm guilty as well. I mean, we are doing what we are doing, and we get reminder, and then, oh, not now, I don't have time. But a minute, I can have a minute, so it's not a matter of time. So that's what we are looking at. How can we use gamification to create the motivation in order to take that minute, to just leave everything, shake the body, and be more physical active. Because the research shows also that we don't need to do power physical activity. I mean, even just standing, going from sitting to standing, is very, very good. And some movement, then we will get the positive benefits for health. I have said the word gamification many times. I don't know if everyone have the same understanding of it. So just so we have it here, what I mean with gamification is the usage of game elements and design techniques in contexts that are not game in order to engage and motivate users to solve real problems. So it's when you use things from the game world in another context than gaming, where we not only focusing on the entertainment part, but we add other things. And there are two types of motivation. The extrinsic motivation, where I get motivated to perform an activity either to earn a reward, it's the carrot, or to avoid the punishment. So I do what I do because of one of these two aspects. And actually, we think many times that rewards are good, and they are good for some extent, but the problem is that rewards can affect our motivation even negatively. There is lots of research that shows that when we remove the reward, the motivation can even decrease. So we will be less motivated to do the activity when the reward is taken away. And punishment, I mean, as soon it's gone, then we will not do it. So it's very bad way. But what we want to achieve is aiming for the intrinsic motivation, the motivation that comes from inside, that I do what I do because I enjoy doing it. It's for the activity itself is giving me the enjoyment when I do it. And it's the same like if you play tennis, and if your goal or you are motivated to play tennis to earn some medal or to win some champion, then I mean you will be there, but somewhere, somehow, you will not come so far if you don't do it because you like playing tennis. And if you do it because you like playing tennis, and the rewards and the winning is it's a ticket for that, that shows that you are good and you are getting better and you are learning things and you achieve new things. Because you want to get the medals and all these, but it's not the main goal. It's a way to show how good I am. An interesting theory that is used, it's not from the game design theory, but it's applied in many game design. It's about how we behave. It's called the self-determination theory. And it says that we have three main needs. Every human has three main needs, and that motivate us and affect what we do, how we do it. And the first need is about competence. We want to learn things. We want to be better, to achieve new things, and we want to learn new aspects, and you get better on what we are doing. And this is typical if you work at some place and you feel that I have done this. There is nothing new. That when you come at that place and you suddenly realize that I need to do something else. It's because of that. It's because I can this, and I need to level up. The second aspect is the relatedness. We have a need to be with others. How big is this need differs from people to people, but all of us need to be in some context with others, and that affects us positively. And the third need is autonomy, is the feeling that I have control. It doesn't mean that I really have control, but that I feel I have a control. And this is very obvious with kids. If you ask a kid, will you eat carrot? Then probably you will get no. But if you say, do you want to have carrot or cucumber? Then you have higher chance that they will take one of them. Because, I mean, the first case, you have the control in choosing not having anything or having something. And in the second case, you choose between two things. So we want to feel that we have the control over the situation. And this applies in not only for children. If you think, I mean, if you are a student, believe me, your teachers apply that many times. And if you are at the office, so your bosses, managers do that the same. So if you think about it, you will understand what they are doing. It's obvious then. So now we have the theory. So we can go and look at what we have done, how we are using this. Liopep is active break program that we have developed in order to help people to be physical active during the day. And it's run on the computer. You need to have a camera in order to use it. You can use it without a camera, but it's a little part of the program you can use then. What you can do here is you can schedule when you will take your break. So for each day you can, in this schedule, you will take a break each 30 minutes. So here we have the autonomy. I can choose when I want to take the break, how many breaks I want to take, and I can change that according to my daily schedule as well. So it fits my daily activity. And when it's time for the break, you get a notification that's time to take the break. And here you can choose between skipping the break. It doesn't this is not a good time, or snooze, or start the break. And in order to, and this part is the autonomy. And in order to create more motivation to take the break, we show how many breaks we have taken today, all of us in this company. So we have a goal to take X amount breaks, and we show here how many breaks have we taken. And this can create more motivation, so we can reach our 100% goal. So when I see 75, I get hopefully more engaged. I want to help my team to come up to 100%. And I have a streak here. I don't want to break. It's very important. It's so silly thing, but it gives me some motivation, or it gives some of us. Not all of us think these are important, but some of us get tricked by that. And it keeps track of how many days I have taken at least one break a day, working day, so not the weekend. And this is about the relatedness. So that's how we have been using the relatedness. And then when it is time to take the break, we will play games instead of only doing exercise. So we will play fun games, exercise games in front of the computer. And we have different games that make us move different part of our bodies. So we do different type of movement. And this is one of the games here. Hopefully I can start it. You see here, this is a shooter here. I shoot by taking up my arms, and then in order to go to the right or to the left, I have to move. So in order to, that wasn't good. I croaked here. So in order to play the game, I have to leave my chair. I have to stand up, and then I have to move my arms up. And when we sit, we have this position. So we need, in order to feel better, we need to do another movement that is different from what we are doing. So moving up is very good way to get the blood circulation here and feeling better in this part of the body. And well, you can stand up like this, and it will shoot the whole time, but the precision will not be as good as if I move up and down. And that's what we have been looking at. How we combine what the technology allow us to do, and how can we do the game in a fun. So I will leave my chair and play the game. The next game is inspired by Frogger or Crossy Roads. Maybe some of you have played it. This is a placeholder from the graphics are we will not have this graphics later on, but in order not to have a conflict in copyright. In order to move forward, I have to raise my arms, both of them, and I have to do it quite quick as well. And to move to the right, I lift my right arm, only one, and to the left, one arm. So this is another type of movement, and move me forward. Another game we have here, it's about swords that I need to take. Inspired by Fruit Ninja. I think you have, maybe some of you have played it on the mobile and the Kinect probably. Here I can wave my arms to take the swords, and if I take them in the correct time, then I get more points, and if I get plus points in row, then I get many points. So in this game I can actually use which part of the body I want. So I can use my head as well. So these are examples of how we have built our games so they can help the co-workers to move different parts of the body, and the main purpose is to leave the chair because that's if we do that, we have gained a lot. So that's the first step. Some of them, this game actually you can play it by sitting, and if you sit down and play, it's better than not doing anything. I mean, every movement is better than nothing. So we are happy if you do that. And actually, we have people that can't leave the chair as well. So we need to have the game available for all different type of conditions. We have also movement exercise that can be used without a camera, and that exercise is a guy here that showed me. So maybe we can stand up here and do the same. We have been sitting here for a while. So just follow him, and yeah, now we move the neck here. So we can just follow his movement up with it feels good. Or what do you think? And this game, we are going to gamify that part as well. So we can catch things and take things. Now we don't have anything like that, but we can pick apples by doing this, and pick something else by doing that, and yeah, the head to the right and to the left, and we have now up here. Oh, one more, and then the last thing is here, soon the other arms. How does it feel now? Good, thank you. And this exercise we are working with a physiotherapist that we are looking at which type of movement we should have. So we do correct movements here. So actually, when you got the reminder that you this is the time for you to take the break, you will open Chrome and you will come to Liopep there, and then you can choose between playing games, doing the exercise, or we will have meditation as well to clean the brain. And then we will have, well, that's the part of the autonomy, so you can choose what you want among them. And not everyone wants to play game in organization. I mean, we want to, our goal is to take the break, so people take the break, and we use game and gamification as a way to do that. And then here we show the progress, how many breaks you have taken, if you are going to achieve your goal, and this type of information to satisfy the competence need. And we show statistics about my colleagues in my team, because you can be divided in different teams and you can collaborate with each other. We provide also information about what you gain. Here now you active break, lower level of blood fats, inflammation markers, and blood sugar, insulin levels. So we provide this type of information also. So we be to create more motivation, to be more aware of the positive effects of taking the break. As I said, that we will, there is a possibility to have challenges, so we can be divided in groups, and we can have a December challenge, for instance, that we can collect something together, and that can contribute to both taking the break, but also coming together and build the belonging feeling with each other. And for that we have also high score and the teams and information about the team. So when we do the physical activity in this way, we will, or when we apply gamification as we do, we have the possibility to increase the social interaction among the workers. So we will have a better working climate, and gamification leads to behavior change. So you be more aware of taking the regular active break, and then you will do it as well. And when you take these breaks, you will prevent work injuries connected to the neck, shoulder, and the back, have positive effects on physical health, connected to blood circulation, blood sugar, blood pressure, and improves the mental functions as well, such as learning and memory. And we have tested Liopep during this year in different organizations. And here are some of the comments we have got. The best thing about Liopep is the competition element, chasing points. I'm getting a little peeled. Another comment is fun to compete with each other and compare how it goes. And actually, when we tested, we didn't have the competition part. We had only 2 games and the scheduling part. But they built it teams, in teams. So they had different channels, and then they took screenshots of the scores and posted there and compared with each other. And then the manager in some groups, they said, okay, we will have this challenge until the summer, and the winner will get something. And so we have to build these parts in the program, so it's not only the activity that is game, but everything around that is necessarily. It's funny, I got hot. I think more about moving my shoulders and arms. And next year we will test Liopep in different organization here with the new functionality. So it will be very interesting to see the effects of that. So the purpose of having Liopep is to provide sustainable working life by using gamification and game elements. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. I think it's so interesting to see how you have applied these 3 different factors for motivation into the game. It's interesting to see.
Yeah.
And well, my first question is, what are your plans now for the future? You're going to run more tests with different test groups, and I mean, what is the big plan?
The big plan. The big plan is actually not having this only as a research, but making Liopep more available for everyone. So we are starting a startup for Liopep, and making it as a product, and not
Wow.
only a research project. It's a product that can be downloaded and used by people. So look for Liopep.
Yeah. What is the time plan for that? Maybe it's difficult to
Yeah,
say.
but it's close next year, the plan, if the plan goes as planned.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't they
So-
always? No?
Sorry?
Don't they always plan?
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
plans they go as they were planned.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, you showed us a few logos of companies who are trying this, testing.
Yes.
Are you open to take in more companies for testing?
Absolutely. We because, as I said, we different people work in different places, and we have different needs. So it's very interesting to see the effects in different organizations, and different organizations have different need as well. It's not only the people working there. So we are very open to get more organizations and companies to test that.
Yeah. And then if
Yeah.
anyone's interested, they can just contact you? Or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm upstairs in the, I don't know which area, showing. So if you want to try the game, so please come up and play them.
Yeah.
We are, when you go up directly ahead,
Yeah.
we're there.
I can recommend it. I work for Sankosh, and we were in the test group, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I can tell you. Yeah, we loved it. So we're just waiting for the next round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you saw that.
Yeah. But another question is, I mean, there are a lot of apps and programs for pausing, and what is the difference? What is it that makes Liopep unique?
Yeah. What is available in these apps, usually you have the instructor, which is usually either human or animated figure, as we have, that show what you will do, and you follow, and you have the scheduling. That's it.
Okay.
So the part of the gamification, and then because we have that, and then we have all the games and all the other things that you can do with the goal setting, following up, building teams, competing, collaboration, all these parts. And then we will have the first version, we will have it only on the computer, then we will have it on the mobile phone as well. So it's not actually only for office worker. The goal is not only for office worker, but for everyone.
Yeah.
So you can use it during, free time as well.
Yeah.
Get a reminder, and then take a
I
short break.
Yeah, I did it at home as well, together with my 5-year-old son.
Ah,
And yeah, he also loved it.
great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So a
Thank
lot
you.
of fun together. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is everyone happy? I mean, is there? I'm just thinking of bosses and managers and employers maybe who are thinking, are my employees spending a lot of time just playing games?
Yeah.
Do you have any reactions like that?
Yeah, I mean, we had one reaction from one worker. He said, I wouldn't use it if my manager didn't allow it. He was like, am I allowed to use it or not? He thought that it's very important that from the management that it is they communicate that we have this to help you to take the breaks, and we want you to take it. But since we log how many breaks you have taken, because this is a part of the gamification, then it will be obvious that you are not working, you are doing something else here, without the need for the manager to watch you. I mean, it will be self-regulated, because then it will be very obvious. So I think we will, but then we have built in the program, so you can't take like every, it has to be every 30 minutes and not, you can plan that, I mean, 10 breaks after each other in 1 hour, then
there's a limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some limitations we have, so it will, and each break is around between 1 to 5 minutes, because you don't need to do more than that. It's better that you take more often than longer. So it's better that you take 5 minutes every 1 hour or 30 minutes than taking a break for 20 minutes once a day. Yeah.
Thank you. And talking about breaks,
yeah,
it's time for a short break. I want to thank you for a very interesting presentation. And one thing, there are many things that I'm bringing or taking with me, is that tonight I will put both carrots and cucumbers on the table.
That works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So, another applause. I would
you.
suggest,